I'm Bill Heran, the author of The Missing Piece. Uh, Today we are talking about detachment. Yesterday we talked about attachment, and today we're talking about detachment, and it's January 12th. There are two quotes to start off this reading today. One is by Mandy Hale, that the quote is, "Letting go does not mean you stop caring, it means you stop trying to force others to." And John Bijo, his quote is, "Detachment is the art of enjoying something while always being open to the possibility of losing it someday." There is a legendary parable that speaks of two monks traveling through Tibet on foot. They meet a young woman in a beautiful dress on their way to a wedding, on her way to a wedding, excuse me. It had just rained, and so the puddles were significant. One monk offered to help her by carrying her over the water so she would not get wet. She appreciated the offer and accepted. He carried her across the puddle of water and set her down gently. She thanked him and was on her way. 2 days later, when the two monks arrived at their destination, one monk commented to the other, who helped the young woman 2 days earlier, "You know, we as monks should not be picking up women and bringing them across the large puddle like that." When the other monk replied, "Well, I put her down 2 days ago, but it seems that you are still carrying her." So this story teaches us to become aware of what we are carrying in our lives. Are we carrying a disagreement with a friend, an argument with a parent, a disappointment with a coworker? All too often, these carryings become resentments with a bitter internal restless mind narratives that and show how wronged you've been by the other. This victim stance begins to erode your sense of agency and personal relatedness. In a strange way, your unnecessary attachments can promote alienation and detachment, but in a cutting off fashion. This is not spiritual detachment. Spiritual detachment cultivates an inner peace that allows you to work through perceived difficult moments, people, or situations, instead of harboring negativity and resentments towards others or institutions. Let's be reminded that resentments are figuratively like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. This points to the toxicity of holding on to narratives instead of challenging them and letting them go. While practicing detachment is not always easy, it can free you from generations of conditioning. Let's explore what we continue to harbor against another person or situation, relinquish all control over anticipations and expected outcomes in our lives, and practice accepting reality as reality without the narrative. So I hope that we can practice this sense of letting go, this sense of detachment. It doesn't mean that something couldn't be important to you, but if you carry it, it could prevent you from being open to new and exciting experiences in your life. Thank you, and I'll look forward to our next entry tomorrow.